guys, so I just kind of wanted to give you a bit of an update with the hospitalization, since I really haven't spoken about much with it. So I was hospitalized on Wednesday. We kind of had started having problems with my PIC. Later on, basically Thursday into Friday, I was able to get my PIC cleared while I was sleeping. But I was admitted, and I was to start colonoscopy prep. Now, they expected 4 liters of this medication to be drank, and I didn't finish it even remotely. I got really sick. I was throwing up bile, and I was in a lot of pain. So I had to try a couple different nausea medications because nothing was working. And I tried tramadol. It didn't work, or it did for an hour. And then I talked to them again, and the next thing they gave me was morphine, which kind of didn't cover everything. I was still in pain after getting the morphine. So essentially, long story short, I didn't finish it. I only slept about 45 minutes. And I was brought down the following day to my colonoscopy endoscopy. And they ran the scope. I woke up in recovery, and I was in a lot of pain. They did 11 biopsies, and they took out a polyp, which is like a precancerous growth. They grow really slowly, so it's like a lot of people have these. This is why they say for older people they need to have colonoscopies every 3 years, because of polyps. So I did that. I woke up, I was in pain, and they gave me fentanyl, which I'm pretty sure they use in hospice care. It's very strong, much stronger than morphine. And it kind of shut my bladder down. My bladder wasn't working, and I had to get a catheter placed in recovery because I had a liter of urine in my bladder that we couldn't get rid of. I had a few breakdowns. I was brought up to my room. We were trying different medications. I was able to have literally 6 crackers, and I was just trying to go about the day. They cleared my PIC because we were having issues with that, and we started not being able to get my tachycardia under control. So we were running lactated ringers, which is like an electrolyte bag, and then we were running banana bags, which are vitamin bags, and we were trying to get my heart rate down. It wasn't working. So the following morning I was talking to the doctors, and basically half the doctors wanted to discharge me, and half the doctors wanted me to start TPN. So very, very, very opposing views. I was told by the doctors that wanted to discharge me that because I could have 6 crackers, I was cleared to go home. And thinking back on that, it's ridiculous that that was said, because I know a lot of people who have, like, say, gastroparesis, or some sort of motility problem, and they'll be able to have, like, soup or, like, a few crackers or a few pretzels every day, but, like, that's it. And so it's a little bit ridiculous that they based it on that, because I'm not going to be getting the caloric intake that I need. And I'm clearly, like, losing weight and everything. So anyway, so long story short, that they didn't do TPN. They sent me home with lactated ringers, like a prescription for it. I flipped out on the doctors. I never flip out on doctors, but I was yelling. They had to have a social worker come in. I was so pissed because I was like, this is the exact reason, you know, that I came here, is because I'm sick and I really can't have meals. I've lost weight. I don't feel well, and I'm in pain all the time. So basically, they discharged me. After I had this argument, they could get my heart rate down, or, like, they got nervous. So they hooked me up to a heart monitor, which was ridiculous. We were running more infusions. I was, like, losing it. I was so angry. I was so mad. I like completely lost it. But they ended up having me be discharged, and I went back, and you can see I saw Rosie, and the past handful of days I've just been recovering from it. Hospitalizations are very, very exhausting, especially that one. It was very physically and mentally traumatic, and I have to call about a gazillion doctors. So I wanted to stay until the biopsy results came back, so that if they come back okay, and if I'm not in a flare, we need to do extensive testing for my small intestine, because Doctors, and I don't really agree with this, I don't think that it's what's going on, but doctors are thinking I might have Crohn's instead of colitis. Now, colitis only affects your large intestine. Crohn's literally affects everything mouth to anus. It affects your entire digestive system. So they're a little bit worried that I have Crohn's. I don't think I have it. But that's terrifying. I'd rather right now have my colitis be in a flare, as we thought for this extended period of time. I'd rather have that be in a flare because I can take medication for it, I can start a more aggressive treatment, and I can work on getting better. But if we don't know what's going on, there's literally no treatment plan. They sent me home with nothing. I have no idea what to do, and I need to talk to this new GI tomorrow. The last thing I'll say about this is that we got a lot of testing back. My carbon dioxide level was low. My platelets were pretty low. I think my platelets being kind of out of range is normal, but this was more out of range than it usually is. So platelets were low, carbon dioxide was low, my creatinine level was low. I have a couple, the creatinine, I think, and the carbon dioxide and something else are indicative of malnutrition and dehydration. Their kidney and liver, it was like a few of them were kidney and liver function, and they're not terrible, but they're a little bit off. And I had a few other things that were messed up. I don't remember the other things I had that were messed up. I don't remember. Wow. Basically, I just had a handful of things that were not good. They were pretty bad. So there is that hospital update. I'll take a video later if I can figure out what was low, because I really just don't even remember. There's a few things. I don't know. Anyway, so we redid the room last night. So this is where the bed is. We have the nightstand over there. I have all my stuff over here. You know, everything's great. Cool. This is where this was. This is his desk. This is where this was. That's the dresser. And obviously the TV. We finally have the heater out. So then this is the new dresser, which it is beautiful. It has a short drawer on top and then 2 smaller drawers on bottom. So 6 drawers total. So that's like Adrian's boxers and everything. And then all the clothes. And then I have the 2 that are on the top over here. And then we just kind of had everything put up that was in the wardrobe, which we've had for a while. So we were able to put one of the shelves down there, so we put his shoes in, we moved that up. And to show you guys medical stuff, because we're very proud of how we did that too. Here's all the garbage from all of the home health deliveries recently. Then we set this up. Now this used to have his clothes in it. Now it's set up to have all of my IV supplies, and this also used to have IV supplies, but we put all of my food that we bought yesterday and like Gatorade and stuff in it. So this is a box of flushes. We have 2 boxes of flushes down here. I have the sharps container, I have gloves, I have some stuff from the hospital, some random medication, all my normal medication, nebulizer stuff, creams, all of that stuff, alcohol. So then up here is dressing change kits, heparin, flushes, and then tubing, like the regular gravity tubing, and then I have all of the things that I need for like dressing changes, so like the swab caps and the bio pouches, all that fun stuff. So it's pretty much all that good stuff. Anyway, so this is going to be my pump tubing. This is my batteries for my pump. These are the lactated ringers. And then here I have a whole bunch of bags. And then here I have a whole bunch of bags. And then we set up a nicer garbage can there.
How do I even access it?
Oh my gosh.
You should put some
Jalapeno? You know, it said please put a lot of jalapenos, smiley face.
Use this one.
That's too many jalapenos.
Yeah.
believe it's almost like 11 p.m. I don't even know, to be honest. I'm just getting one of these little swab cap things to put under the lumen I'm not using, since I'm done with the lactated ringers. I love how everything is set up and organized now. I can get all of my IV stuff without making a ton of noise in here. So I basically kind of, and this happens, and I know a ton of people who have said that this stuff happens to them. If you're like the kind of person that really kind of struggles with food because of pain or symptoms or whatever, sometimes you just get too, like, way too hungry to just try to ignore it, which is bad. Like, it's good that I have that happen, because that means that I do get, like, nutrients and calories in and stuff like that, but it's also really bad that that's happening, because I'm making myself really, really sick. And that's what I've been kind of, that's what I was trying to relay to the doctors when I was in the hospital, that, like, I can eat, but I will be really, really, really sick, and potentially throw up, and then be in a lot of pain. So, I decided kind of that I didn't want today's vlog to be 2 days, so that I could, because that was my plan, but I didn't want it to be 2 days, because then it was going to be really long, and I just didn't want to do it, so I am separating them. I restarted a video game, but then Adrian's watching a show, so I'm not really sure, with how the night really is going to pan out. I don't know if he's going to want to stay up for another, like, hour until, like, 11. I think I said it was 11 before, it's 10. So we'll see, but I'm gonna, I think, upload the vlog from yesterday before I go to sleep. This is, I guess, like, girl alert or whatever, but I did get my period, and I'm wondering, like, as it's a really, really, really good thing that I get it, because it's really good I got it, even if it's only a partial, because that means that my body is functioning normally enough that I still can get my period, so that's a really good thing. But I also had it, like, 2 weeks ago, and I only had it for, like, 36 hours, so it's just confusing. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but it's a little bit confusing. I think I'm gonna try to have, like, maybe a smoothie before I go to sleep, of, like, I don't have, like, milkshakes. Like, by smoothie I mean, like, frozen fruit. I'm just really hungry and really thirsty, but I am gonna just close the vlog out. I wanted today to just kind of be more of just, like, an explanation of what happened, and I apologize for not speaking about it for a few days. I just, like, there was a lot to think about, and, like, a lot of weird things that happened, so I wanted to wait, and I didn't want to give you guys little pieces. Like, I wanted to give the full picture at once. So I'm gonna go up and make either a smoothie or more tea. I'm not really sure, but I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thank you guys for watching.